Glad you're doing this.
It's not going to be done like a professional.
I don't care.
When you're draining your blood and stuff.
I usually cut it over the edge and let it drain in there.
You take your garments off or your watches and stuff?
Yeah. They're not garments though. I leave the garments on.
This is a garment.
No, it's not.
This
is fabric,
This is a
but
watch, and this is a garment.
It is fabric, but it's not a garment.
We love Chuck, but we don't hate
I love ribeye too,
ribeye. I want it to go this way.
but I've never had it in this large quantity. You still think I need a new knife, or do I just need to sharpen my knife?
No, they're sharp. Your knife's
Oh.
sharp. The longer one.
Is this one longer?
Yeah.
You want that one instead? I'll sharpen it up for you.
Please.
Yum. Okay, today we are going to be doing chuck roll.
Well, I call those Steph's chuck roll steaks.
Okay, versus
This-
Steve's ribeye,
No,
bone-in
this is just
ribeye.
a bone-in ribeye.
Wow, that's a beefy one. Is that here? You don't have to get crazy. You can make... Nice. Those look good.
That does look fun, doesn't it?
It does.
All right, steaks.
Okay, if you get us one about this thick.
So there's a steak. Weigh that. I gotta admit, that's looking
It
pretty
looks
freaking good.
delicious. That's 1.13.
Yeah, I would-
Let's see. These two weigh about the same. So this is the chuck, this is the ribeye. This one's obviously more pink because it's been in the fridge a few days. I would eat both. Look at the fat blobs on both.
Oh, they look delicious.
Those look good. Yum. Okay, I'm gonna salt these up and get them ready. Should we do just salt?
Versus what?
Salt and pepper?
Oh yeah, we just do salt.
We'll just do just salt. Now we've been doing pepper because Steve's fine with pepper, but most of our steaks are always salt. I have a feeling we're not going to know which steak is which, so I'm going to stick a toothpick in the chuck. These are thick, so I'm going to go with 14 minutes. We usually do 13. 400 degrees, 14. We don't know if the magic of this chuck is this air fryer or what. That's what some of you guys are thinking. We put it on the top rack. Look how close it is to the burner. It's very close to the burner, the heating element, but it's an air fryer, so that it's circulating the temperature. Yum, honey, good job. We have a whole other one that you need to chop up, and we'll freeze those. Look at that. Oh my gosh.
That's a lot of freaking meat.
Thank you.
Thanks.
It's just beef, so it's halfway. Ooh, wow. No, they look the same to me. Our salt makes it look like a crusty action here. Delicious. I think they're gonna be real similar. Here we go. Let's see if we need to add on time. Oh no, those look delicious. Wow. Ribeye. Chuck. Oh, it just splashed in my eye. That's juicy.
I'm gonna split it this way.
Okay.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
get us both half of this fat
Yeah.
here.
Let me cut that.
Yum. Okay, this is Chuck.
That's what we're starting with.
Mm-hmm. Cheers.
Cheers.
Mmm. Tastes like normal steak to me. Mmm.
It's so good.
Mm-hmm.
Ribeye. Beep.
More tender.
More
Not
tender.
much more though.
Still chewing it.
I'd say they're so similar.
I would say a little, the chuck was a little bit chewier, but I don't want that to sound like it was chewy. I had to chew on both of them. The bite I did of the chuck was a little bigger, but I'll try it again over here. But there is like right away, there was like a little difference in flavor, but I can't even say.
That's fat. I just went just
I'm
for
gonna
some
give it,
fat.
I think it's a tie.
Try that.
It's a tie for me. But
For the
now,
price,
look, I'm gonna get a
Chuck's
fatty.
the winner.
I'm gonna get a fatty one.
I just ate a piece of fat from both, and they're both delicious.
Yeah, that's good fat.
It's a cow.
That's a ribeye fat. No.
That's Chuck. Ooh, that bite is really tender.
You know what? Okay, this is like an end on that of the chuck. Fat, or maybe a chewy tendon.
Oh wait, this is the Chuck.
I've got a piece
It
of
is
that.
chewier, but not a lot.
I got a piece of a tendon. I took the little piece on the end, and that's the chewiest part of the chuck. It's so good. I think that this part, the tendon thing or whatever it's called, is what people they have a problem with. Because this one is chewier.
I think it's from overcooking, honestly.
I took the end off.
No, I just mean that's what I think people are having an issue with.
Oh,
If you overcook the chuck, it's really tough. Where maybe a ribeye isn't. But if you do medium rare on a chuck, yum.
see, and then when you get, we both like that piece of whatever it is. that makes
Gristle?
it- Yeah, was it gristle or the skin or whatever?
That's the chuck. And I just got a really fatty air fried bite of fat.
Oh my goodness. This is a great meal. I would say, I'm gonna give it a tie. If
Giving
I
it a
had
9.5 and a 10.
If I had to pick, based on anything, it would be, the ribeye is a little bit less chewy, but it doesn't have all the things that chuck has in it that causes, like every bite of chuck, some just melt.
Yep.
But then you get those pieces that are like a little bit of skin or whatever it was.
And that's the fun thing
like
about the way that Steph cuts is you get some of that because there must be different pieces, you know, like maybe some's Denver, some's whatever, and you're getting some of that on one steak. So it's more exciting to get. It's not consistent the whole way, or actually it feels like it is, but I don't know.
A little egg.
I would say they're so close, but for the
The
price,
price, it's not even close.
No.
If you judge it by cost, not even close. There's no reason we would buy that ribeye. Because before we did this, I said, what if we love the ribeye? Then we'll have to.
I'm not ruined by having the ribeye.
We'll have to splurge because we haven't had ribeye in so long now.
I'm really looking forward to those as ribs, though.
Yeah, we'll be doing the ribs.
That's gonna be good.
Well, whenever you get a deal like this, that's a
load
hard
up.
one to pass up.
Just because it's different. And you know, each cut of meat must have different nutrients in it, a little bit, so there might be something different. But Steve's got his all mixed up. I don't think he even knows which one's which anymore.
I just got blobs of meat right now because it's so freaking, meat is just great.
Yeah, there's this
My
weird,
body loves
this must
it.
be the tendony piece that you were talking about, and I'm looking forward to eating this one.
I took it narrowed down at the end, and that's the piece that
This is the weird piece you had. It was at the end of that blob, and it's hard, and it's good. That's
And
what
by the
makes
way,
nails grow.
it's good to chew. It's an important part of the eating process. You're sending a signal to the cells in your esophagus and your gut and all that stuff. They're going, here it comes, and it's good for your jaws. It's nice.
Delicious. Okay, so, hey,
And then the egg.
it's a tie, but Chuck takes the win. It's not a tie. The ribeye's a little bit smoother, but Chuck takes the win because of the price.
Yeah,
$4.19 a pound.
can't go wrong with meat.
I give them both a 10.
They're delicious.
They are delicious.
Wow.
I love being a carnivore. I love it. We were talking about it all the time. I can't believe I still love this.
Yeah, our year is
I just had it
coming
for
up.
breakfast.
Our year anniversary is coming up, and we still feel the same way. Like every day we're craving this stuff, and it's just so good.
So good.
I like cutting my steak with this knife right here now.
Yeah? Well, you're welcome to use that. I only use it when I get, that's a good one.
The reason that most of us are doing this is not just because we're just big fans of steak, even though we like steak before carnivore, is everybody is wanting to be healthier. And if this is making you feel healthier, act healthier, do things that healthy people do, then it's important to do it and to get it affordably. We're not going to go buy ribeye. When it's like a sale like that, okay. But
I'm not buying ribeye ever again unless it's a sale like that.
It has to be.
I don't see any reason to if I can get chuck. That cheap.
Yep. I feel like I'm intoxicated.
You are.
I literally feel intoxicated.
You are.
I am.
Okay.
Well,
There you have it. It's either our air fryer. Actually, it's not our air fryer. Air fryer makes an excellent steak, but our chuck is so close to that ribeye. And it's just a random piece of chuck. I don't even know what part it was.
yeah.
So,
But when we were barbecuing it, the steaks would sometimes just explode into flames
and ribeyes.
because of the fat. Yeah. So it was hard to be consistent with our meals, you know, like the temperature outside, all that stuff. Trying to do it on the barbecue, and you're constantly monitoring it. At least that's how I was doing it. I'm not an expert at it, but putting it, first time we did the air fryer, we ran out of propane and threw the steaks in there and never went back. It was unreal.
Not once have we eaten not air
Since
fried
then.
steak. So the magic could be this air fryer. I don't know.
It's so consistent.
I don't have another one to try it on.
Makes it melt in your mouth.
The air fryer seems to not stink it up. I don't know
Yeah,
why. There's
I
no
know.
smoke.
That's an incredible air fryer.
Love it. I've got one more thing to add to this conversation. Are y'all drunk on steak?
I am so
I'm stuffed.
intoxicated.
I'm stuffed. Okay, I've cooked, you know, like in the chuck roast or chuck roll, I've taken all the bits and bobs at the end, back when I used to not just cut it all into giant steaks. And I would make it into pot roast. And this chuck roll tastes exactly like pot roast that we've all had all our lives. If you cook it like a pot roast, and no spices, because we weren't doing spices back then. It would just be salt, and I think I'd stick a stick of butter in there and put it on slow cooker. And it was exactly like pot roast. Some of it's kind of tough, some of it's kind of tender. It tastes exactly like pot roast. This doesn't taste like pot roast at all. It tastes like a ribeye. It tastes like a steak. So if some of you guys don't like pot roast,
Me.
eat it. Yeah, you don't. I always
I
have
don't
to eat it
like
by
pot roast.
myself. Eat it like a steak. It's weird. Treat it like a steak and eat it like a steak, and don't overcook it. That must be the trick. High heat.
I think that has those are great
Not
points.
low and slow. Low and slow makes it tough until it gets tender after being so low and so slow.
I say
So,
experiment until you find a way to prepare it that you really enjoy it. And if you never get there, then you don't want to eat that. Like
Yeah.
I would not eat this if it wasn't delicious. I would not do it. That's just, I'm enjoying the meal. I love the flavor. I love everything about it. I love the chewy pieces. I love the ones that melt. I love every meal, every single meal.
me too.
We both are like,
Yum.
how are we still enjoying this like
And
this?
we're not doing spices. This was salt.
So, we have been putting pepper, but on this
Just
experiment-
recently, that's just been a new reintroduction for him. We've always done, the whole year has been no spices.
Salt.
So,
All right.
okay, enjoy your life. Enjoy your beef.
Yeah, enjoy your life. Bye.